Hi everybody, welcome to the Quick and Carry Kitchen. I'm Kristen Madreen and I'm here to cook with you today. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to say hello to all of you who might be joining us live, and I also want to give a shout out to all of you who join us later. You can always comment down below. Today, one of you commenters is going to win one of our 6-quart Quick and Carry transport bags for the Instant Pot. So today we're going to give away one of these bags to one of you commenters down below during the live show. So I have a great recipe for you today. It's a very simple recipe and it turned out so flavorful it surprised even me. It was really delicious. This is a Thai carrot soup with ginger, cilantro, and a bunch of spices, and it is absolutely a delicious, delicious soup. So one thing I wanted to just briefly tell you before we go any farther with the recipe, I got to turn my saute back on here for a second. Over on our quickandcarry.com page, I have a blog where I write every day or so about all the stuff that's going on in the Instant Pot world. And I read every week all of the news about the Instant Pot. And this week I found 2 articles, one of them on today.com, about the Instant Pot that were just plain wrong. They were giving the wrong advice. And one of the things that the today.com article said is that you can't put frozen raw meat in your Instant Pot. And I wrote them back and said, that's the whole point. And that's why we love our Instant Pots, is because you can't take frozen meat and have dinner in under an hour. So it got me to thinking about the advice that lives out there about the Instant Pot and how not all of it is correct. So what is your best advice? If you were going to give yourself back at the beginning when you hadn't even taken it out of the box, what would you have told yourself? Or if you're helping a friend or a colleague or a relative who just got an Instant Pot, what do you tell them? There are a bunch of people in my life, including my sister, who just got her Instant Pot a week ago. Hi, Sarah. I hope you're watching today. And I know that she's called me a couple times this week with questions about the Instant Pot because there is such a learning curve. But as I always say, once you've done this 5 times, you're an expert. You get to know the pot very, very easily, and there are wonderful tips and tricks out there about how to use your Instant Pot, but do be careful because not all the advice out there is correct, and some of the bad advice would cause you to ruin some food or not even enjoy cooking with your Instant Pot. So trust a reputable source. Go to the people that have been blogging or making videos or providing information about the Instant Pot for a couple years now. Those are going to be a more reliable place to turn than just people who are writing an article about it who maybe have never even used an Instant Pot. So let's talk about the recipe. And again, hello to all of you who are joining. Hi, Diane. I see that you're with us again today. So glad that you're here. Amy Main, how are you today, Amy? Glad that you're joining us. I bet you will love this recipe. So in this Instant Pot right now, I'm sauteing some onions, and they're just in some olive oil. You can use avocado oil or your oil of choice, and they don't even have to be chopped small or fancy because everything's going to get blended at the end. So I'm doing a little saute there. And then I have right here some grated ginger, and I don't know if you've used a lot of ginger in your life, but you just take off about a finger-sized knob of the ginger and you peel it, and then using a microplane you can grate it like this. And again, because we're going to be blending this recipe, it doesn't have to be perfect, but this is a great way to get a bunch of ginger in a recipe, and fresh ginger is essential in a lot of Thai recipes. And I love how this smells. And then I always get my knife and get the stuff off the back here, make sure it's all in the pot. And now at the end of my saute, I'm just going to add a little bit of this ginger. Make sure it all goes in there. And I'm just going to stir it around just for a second so I can just begin to smell the ginger. And then I have standing by, I've got to move some of my stuff here. I have my broth standing by. And when you've sauteed your onions and they're nice and brown, you add a little bit of your broth. And you deglaze the pan. There we go. If there are brown bits that don't come off the bottom of the liner of the Instant Pot, you can end up with the pot not coming to pressure. So you do want to make sure that you get everything off the bottom of the pot. And then I'm going to turn off the saute function and let it just cool down just a second while I get the rest of my stuff. So, the next thing I want to talk to you about is fish sauce. Not everybody has ever cooked with fish sauce, and basically this is an essential ingredient in a lot of Eastern and Far Eastern cooking. This is made with anchovies, so this is not vegetarian, but this gives most of Thai food its umami flavor, that deep, rich deliciousness that you look for in Thai food is achieved through fish sauce. It's available in the in most grocery stores. We have it in our Meijer store and in specialty stores. You can find it near the coconut milk, the ramen, some of the other international foods that are out there. So this recipe calls for about a tablespoon of the fish sauce, and if you don't have any fish sauce or you don't want to use fish sauce because you're a vegetarian, you can use salt instead. But this will give a little salty taste to the recipe, so I'm going to put that tablespoon in there. Yum, yum, yum. And then I'm going to add the rest of the broth, and I'm using 1 full box of a low salt chicken broth, but if you want to keep this recipe vegetarian or even vegan, you can use a vegetable broth, and that's perfectly fine. And a lot of recipes call for 4 cups, and that's what one of these boxes is. Okay, so then I'm going to add the spices. I have a teaspoon of granulated garlic. You can also use garlic powder. I have a half a teaspoon of curry powder, and that's really important. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala, and that just lends a really beautiful undertone note to your dish. And then I also have a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, the wonderful anti-inflammatory. Okay, so we have our ginger, our fish sauce, our spices. I'm going to give everything a nice stir. And then I'm going to add my chopped carrots. And with this recipe, I hope you can see this, you don't have to chop them small. They can be just roughly chopped. You just want them not in great, big, huge pieces. But because this is an Instant Pot, it does a great job of doing under pressure. It'll soften all of these little guys. All right, so now what you will do is lock on your lid and set your, oh, it's going to make my little noise. And you would set your manual or pressure cook to 12 minutes, making sure that your toggle is set to sealing. Well, I'm going to see who's with me here. Oh, Diane says that there are vegan fish sauces. Diane, that's wonderful. I am so glad to know that. I love that you all are so smart about stuff. Hello to Jean. Oh, Susan Reel is here today. Susan, I miss you so much. I wish you were sitting in my kitchen with me and we could have our soup for lunch and catch up. That would be so lovely. I'm so glad that you've joined us. Make sure that you comment for our giveaway. We're going to give somebody a Quick and Carry 6-quart transport bag for your Instant Pot. And these are wonderful for taking your Instant Pot with you wherever you go, or storing your Instant Pot and all the accessories when you need to keep it somewhere at home. All right, so let's review. In the pot, we have onions, carrots, a stock, 4 different spices, and some fish sauce. Everything is going to cook in here for 12 minutes, and then you want to do about a 10-minute natural pressure release and just let the contents of the very hot boiling pot come down a little bit. And then over here I have some already almost finished soup, and we're just going to finish this together. And I want to talk about the other unusual ingredient called for in a lot of Thai dishes, and that is coconut milk. And I hope that you can see this. In fact, I'm going to do this over my little ramekin here. You know how much I love my ramekins. This is a full-fat organic coconut, and as you can see, the coconut cream has come to the top, and I'm going to poke that with my big knife, and I'm going to start putting some of it in here. And do you see what happens? Here comes the actual coconut water that is separated from the coconut cream. And when you're going to use it in a recipe like soup, where everything is going to be stirred, and especially if you're going to use an immersion blender, which is the best way to cook this soup, you can just put the whole can in and not worry about the separation of the coconut cream and the coconut water down below it. And I changed the original recipe a little so that we would be using the whole can, because I don't want any of this left over and not getting used. So I used the whole can today of the unsweetened coconut milk, and you always want to buy the full fat version so that you get the nice cream in there. So once the cooker is done and you've let it natural pressure release, you're going to take the lid off. You've got a nice soup in there. You can stir in the coconut. And then we're getting to the most controversial of the ingredients, my favorite, cilantro. I love cilantro, and a lot of Thai dishes use it. So depending on how you feel about cilantro, and I know not everybody loves it, you can start with a little and then add as you go. And I've washed this, but you don't even have to chop it. You can just put it in a little bunch like this. And I'm going to put in just half the bunch, and then I'm going to blend. And as always, this is hot, so be careful. Oh, that smells so good. And what I would do now, depending on how my family and other people who would be eating this, like today we're going to have this for lunch here at Quick and Carry. If people don't like cilantro, you can serve it on the side. If people love cilantro, you can add a little extra to the pot as you stir it. So again, you cook the soup in the pressure cooker. Let the pressure natural release for 10 minutes, open the pot, add in the full-fat coconut milk and just enough cilantro to get the flavor, blend it with your immersion blender, and you're going to have a super healthy and super delicious soup. Let's see. Oh, hi, David. I'm so glad that you joined us today. Remember that you're going to comment down below, for one person is going to get to win. And is my sister here today? Sarah, are you watching from home? I hope that you are. So this is a lovely light soup. It's great to use up the carrots that you have sitting around in your kitchen, in your refrigerator. The recipe is available as a PDF to any of you who want it. And you can also always find the recipe over on our website, quickandcarry.com. We always have the recipes, and you can always find all of the videos that we've done. Please share them with those people who you know who are trying to learn about cooking with their Instant Pot. This is a super easy recipe. It'll make all of us look like super great professional Instant Pot cookers. Remember to only take advice from those of us who've been doing it for a while. Help those who are new in the beginner groups. I know that a lot of the people that come to watch this show come from some of the Facebook beginner groups, and we hope that each time we educate you a little bit about cooking in the Instant Pot. Leave us any questions or concerns that you have. If you are watching after the show's already posted, we still watch for your comments and respond as we can. All right, how are we doing here? We have a winner today. Jeannie Height is our winner. Jeannie, you have won a Quick and Carry 6-quart transport bag for your Instant Pot. We're so glad that you joined us today. I'll be in touch with you after the show to find out how I can send you one of our bags. And as always, we're so glad that you joined us for our little Quick and Carry kitchen show today. We're all going to enjoy this Thai carrot and ginger soup for our lunch. It is Take Your Instant Pot to Work Day around here. And as always, we thank you for watching and tuning in. As Julia Child used to say, bon appetit.